Today we have a set between Team Hydra and Team Booyah X, and I'm excited. I'm excited to bring this match to you guys live. Kind of show off what this, another Luti set, another Luti match. And if you guys want your Luti match spectated, all you gotta do is join the Discord down below. Hit, tell me, hey, work with the staff. Tell them, hey, are you guys available at this day, at this time for the Luti set? We'll tell you yes or no. We'll work with you to get it done. And yeah, it's that simple. That's what these guys did. They actually reached out to me and said, hey, can we do you mind spectating the Luti match? And I was like, hey, I'm so down. And yeah, that's what we're doing here today. All right, we're getting back. We're starting off. Now it's Clan Blitz. Both teams have an interesting comp. One team, I believe that is Team Hydra, is running roller and the they're running roller and Octobrush. I can't speak. Team Booyah Bomb gets the first pick. They're just getting map presence. They're just getting control. They're able to essentially build clams. They have 14 to 5 clams. As there we go. As we see, Team Hydra is actually able to quickly get a pick and pop Booyah. The match is still 3-3. No team has a clear deciding, wipe or lead. It seems like Team Hydra has map control, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's about it. Both teams are still fighting. We see Team Hydra got a pick off. And oh snap, yeah, Team Hydra's just getting map control, just getting control. Team Booyah is struggling a little bit. I didn't think the double roller comp would work, but hey, it's working in this favor. Abby gets a football and is able to throw it quickly in, and Team Hydra from the right side is able to quickly get 2 picks, and they're just quickly able to push in. And as I see that Team Hydra doesn't actually, they're going in for the clams. They waited too long. He could have gotten some more points, but they still have map control and they're still holding very, very well and very fashionably. As now Team Booyah Bomb has a free football, and they're trying to get map control. Bandai's getting pressured over there on the left hand side, as we see. And yeah, the map control is still going fairly fair. Both sides, not one team has a clear advantage on map control, but Team Hydra has a better lead, as we see Team Booyah Bomb slowly gathering themselves. Okay, splash not being used, canceled. Abby coming back from the side. They're able to essentially get 2 picks, build a clam, and build a football. Now they're trying to rush it in. They're able to push it in and get 1. They were gonna try and jump it, but they can't. That's a really good defense by Team Hydra. Bandai comes from the side but gets punished by Abby, and we still have, now it's still 80 to 71, 77 I should say. And Team Hydra has better map control at this point. Yeah, interesting. It's interesting to see, because we see the roller in the the brush flank a lot of times, and they're just playing very passive, very much just, oh snap, yeah, Abby just quickly right there showing case to just sharking and just waiting for them to push you, because they know that Team Booyah has to push them. They want map control, and Team Booyah wants to be able to score, but it's harder when you're getting, they're just sharking and they're just waiting. The Team Booyah Bomb is struggling to get map control, and Team Hydra just comes in and just gets 1 pick, 2 picks just by sharking and quickly retaliating. They force them back, and their Hydra is just they're heavy. It's just able to essentially hold right side of right hump and just completely take control. They're able to hold their side of their right hump and just take control, and they pop Booyah Bomb here. Let's see. It seems like Team okay, a Booyah Bomb was used. They're trying to be aggressive, and they get a football in. But now, let's see, can they do much out of it? They can throw the football in. Oh my god, the spectator lag. There's a little bit of spectator lag. They're able to throw the football in, but outside of that, there isn't really much. Abby, they get control. They get a football in, but it didn't really amount to that big of a push, as the roller got stopped because of the Booyah Bomb. So that was a really good Booyah Bomb. Their Team Booyah's Octo Shot goes down there, and just Team Hydra just has better map control at this point. As we see Abby try to push in, force the 52 back, gets punished for trying to use the hammer, as you know, the team is struggling here at the moment. It seems like, for the most part, Team Hydra, I should say, knows that all they want to do is essentially shark. They want to just keep pressure, and that's what they're doing. They're just trying to keep pressure. They're having more of an offensive comp, and Team Booyah with a more traditional comp is kind of struggling at the moment. Partly due to the fact like they seems like they're not working together. Like they're able to work together, but they're not able to quickly like take fights 2-on-1. Like for example, okay, never mind. I stand corrected. They work together there to stop it. So now they have at least two Booyah bombs, 3 footballs. They have 3 footballs in mid. The question is, can they build a Booyah and get map control enough to essentially paint? As we see, the splash goes down. They're able to pick up the football. They have, overtime is about to tick down, and they have essentially still 3 footballs to essentially push, but no, and all they have is is Inkjet. They don't have any actual specials. As Bandai is trying to push in, he has Booyah. They throw Booyah bomb. They get it open. The question is, can they get more clams in? And it doesn't seem so. As damn, yeah, Team Hydra is able to just defend and just keep that going. They were able to actually like perfectly defend. They were able to score, but scoring doesn't help when if your team just keeps going down. So damn. So first game goes to Team Hydra. Impressive. We now have game 2 being Skipper Pavilion Splat Zones. Let's see how this turns out. Let's see how this goes. I wonder, is Team Hydra going to continue their momentum and just keep going, trying to win? Or is Team Booyah going to put them to a stop and use the Booyah bombs on zone? Let's see. Okay, seems like both teams have more of a traditional comp. And yeah, we see more of a traditional comp with the support and things. The foil is actually interesting to see. As we see both teams, quickly rush to mid. We see that Team Booyah actually opts to not take lower top here and high ground here, and actually opts to just take control. And the Hydra flank gets 1 pick, possibly 2, as controls quickly switches over actually to Team Booyah, as we now has Team Hydra just on a flank quickly. They're getting pressured out as just one team member just against, as they're able to essentially still hold. Team Hydra is able to quickly make a scrappy fight into an actual hold, as we see here that they just continue to hold. But Booyah is able to quickly, Team Booyah is actually able to quickly just retaliate and keep control. As we see, like the fight's still scrappy, but Team Booyah actually wants to fight this, and Team Hydra just wants to take high ground from them, opting to just fully kind of commit high ground, as they're gonna start popping armor here, and they're gonna keep trying to push in with their foil and their comps. Yeah, you see Booyah bomb being used, but it actually hits those things, so it's not actually able to fully cap zone. But Team Hydra is able to quickly go in and just get control, but it quickly switches back to Team Booyah. But it doesn't matter. Like sometimes getting the penalty is actually worth it enough. But Team Hydra quickly goes down there, as we see them essentially chase, Musty from Hydra. Not Musty. Muffy. I don't know how to spell the names that well. I'm sorry. As we see, the control is Team Booyah essentially has better map control this game, and they're able to still hold control as Team Hydra is struggling to get back in. We see actually Abby able to quickly get a splat, able to get 2 splats right there, and that might be actually what they need to actually pop in to quickly come in. They're gonna get quickly control of zone and force Booyah. Oh snap! Nescent pops armor, but it was too late. It wasn't really able to do much, as Team Hydra essentially gets control, and they're able to keep control of top and mid, and they're just able to continue to keep it going. And yeah, they're just able to quickly keep control here. They're able to still do everything. Team Hydra has now control here. Team Booyah quickly goes down there, as we see that both teams are essentially trying to make this fight on top scrappy. Both teams are taking scrappy fights, and they're trying to get what they can done. And Team Hydra quickly just puts up a splash wall and denies the space from Team Booyah, as Team Booyah is essentially put in a rough pickle. My fault. As you see here, the Booyah bomb being used, but also a defensive Booyah bomb also being used. Probably a bit too early, actually, there, if I may say. As yeah, another Booyah bomb's taken, but Team Hydra essentially, Team Booyah is actually able to take control, and they're able to quickly clean up. And yeah, control now goes to Team Booyah, and now Team Booyah now has control of the map. And let's just continue to see what happens. I see both teams. Team Hydra is quickly trying to push back in, as they only have 15 seconds, but without any specials, without anything able to actually do anything, it seems like Team Hydra is actually about to lose this match. And yeah, second game goes to Team Booyah, and we tie up the series 1-1. It seems like Team Hydra struggled there when it came to regrouping. Like, they were able to quickly get a pick or two, and they were able to go flanks, and it seems like the team plays very much scrappy, trying to take picks when they can, not really pushing in as a team, not really taking space together, painting, and from there, like, fully capitalizing on the zone, it seems. But hey, second game goes to Team Booyah. We have game 3 going to tower control. Shipyard, I believe. Then Surgeon Shipyard. Yeah, Surgeon Shipyard. We have game 3 going to Surgeon Shipyard. And I'm interested to see what both teams play here. Traditional comp that we've been seeing from Team Booyah still is blocked out, as Team Hydra opts to now run instead of another heavy. They instead decide to run a jet, as we see both teams essentially taking control of thing. And first pick goes to Team Hydra, as now this is still a scrappy fight, but Team Booyah is forced to retreat and get back, as the zone is still going. They're still able to push. They're able to essentially put pressure on the enemy team, as a quick, I believe that was a bomb, maybe a quick pick, but tower is still going down. Tower now goes down to the 55 mark, as Team Booyah is essentially able to hold this really well. They're able to defend really well, and we just see that now that Team Booyah has essentially taken control. Team Hydra tries to get a pick or two, really scrappy, but now Team Booyah now has complete control of the zone, of the tower, and now they're pushing. There's a flank on the tower, but with 3 people on tower, I believe Team Hydra just get the K Pro just gets taken out and called out there, as now I believe Team Booyah is going to be able to get control here. They're going to be able to essentially take control, get lead, and quickly push up, as Team Booyah still holds forward on the team, as we see that they're still able to just keep control going, and with no hesitation, no problem. Stingray comes out, but at this point, like, with a lead of 20, it's going to be very difficult for Team Hydra to get back in and just defend it and fully take tower without any issue, as the Team Booyah has like two Booyah bombs. It's kind of difficult for them to actually quickly wipe tower with no issue and no hesitation, as we see a member of Team Hydra go down. So the push is going to be a little bit sloppy, as quickly to Abby trades, which is 1 for 1. That's not bad, but the push is still scrappy. It's still 3 for 3, but Team Booyah has better respawns, as Stingray gets pushed out and called out there, as they pop Stingray, they get punished for it with their life, but the trade goes, as essentially both teams are able to still defend. Team Hydra still has control of mid pretty well. They're able to call out the 52 Gao on Team Booyah. They're able to throw Booyah bomb there and still defend, as they're still able to put pressure, as this might be a scrappy engagement and a scrappy push, but this is still a push nonetheless, as Stingray gets popped trying to add pressure to the enemy team, as the 52 Gao is forced to retreat, and damn, quickly right there Team Hydra loses 2 members, as Team Booyah is just able to defend. Yeah, it's very difficult to push up on against the Splatling and the 52 without any real without much engagement yourself, because you're gonna need your jet to be on tower. You're gonna need your the rest of your team to be able to push up forward, as Team Booyah bomb essentially just takes the wipe and pushes forward with it. And we see there's defense coming along, and they're able to defend pretty well, not letting it get close to 22 again. And now Team Hydra is going to quickly push tower. They're going to try and essentially pop armor and try and get control, and try and take control of probably Spinner, as we see here, as Team Hydra now has control of this top spinner, this high ground here, making it very difficult for them to contest tower. But 2 picks quickly come out, as Team Booyah essentially struggle, and they do. I mean, Team Hydra do struggle, and they are able to pop Booyah, but the pick just isn't enough as Team Hydra, Team Booyah Bomb is able to defend. That the Stingray usage is not bad, but it can't amount to much because it's not used essentially. When it's used, the teammates can basically go down at that time, and it's not able to essentially confirm a splat, but instead just makes them a viable target being able to called out. As you know, the Team Hydra just quickly comes in, gets a pick. They're able to get 2 picks actually now here, and they're going to be able to get control of tower. But I wonder, are they going to be able to push up and take control? Yes, they are. They're going to be able to essentially push up here. As we see, you know, as we see essentially like the team still push up and still push the tower. As you know, tower is now going down to like its close, you know, 20 range, as it's a 38. Like I said, defending with Booyah Bomb is going to be very difficult. Attacking against Booyah Bomb is going to be very difficult because, as you saw right there, all they had to do was just pop Booyah and like rush zone and rush the tower, and they were able to force the players of Team Hydra off tower. As Team Hydra essentially still able to, they're still able to get 2 picks. As we see, you know, Team Hydra, remember the K Pro is actually able to get 2 picks here. They're going to quickly pop Booyah Bomb. They're probably going to throw it onto the heavy. Yes, they are. Pressure the heavy out, and they're still able to call it picks. They're able to essentially get 2 picks here. As someone needs to get on tower, it's going to be going to overtime. It's going to be with the checkpoint at the point. Oh, but 3v2, and Team Booyah is actually able to still maintain control. But a scrappy fight that Team Hydra still managed to try and do in a fight that they almost won, but they weren't able to do it. And yeah, it's very difficult for Team Booyah to actually like for Team Hydra to push up against Team Booyah, as we saw right there. Like Team Booyah just had to pop 2 Booyah bombs, and they were able to essentially defend tower for free. And while like you did have Rainmaker, we did have Stingray, but the problem was the Stingray didn't confirm any picks. So like Stingray not being able to confirm any picks and not being ready for when you're pushing, for when you're stopping tower, makes it a very much kind of liability in the games. But hey, we're going to Rainmaker and ChoVV games, and let's see what happens. All right, let's see what they do here on Rainmaker. Let's see what actually happens. I wonder what both teams are going to essentially do. As we see the Sploosh and the E-Leader come out on Team Hydra. Both teams actually have now carrying a Sploosh. I was not ready for this. As pop. Oh, E-Leader gets a quick pick. Oh, that turning the engagement into from a 3v4 into a 4v3. But it doesn't matter, as they're able to get the quick pop, turning the engagement back into a 3v3. As Team, you know, Booyah essentially has most of map control, but they're not able to do much. Team Hydra essentially pops missiles, gets Team Booyah actually gets caught out there. You know, Booyah Bomb gets used, but oh, Team Hydra pushed up a little too aggressive there, got punished for it. As now Team Booyah now has armor. They're essentially able to take a fight for free, get control. They get control of Spinner, but it doesn't matter as the E-Leader is able to quickly get a pick. As this is a scrappy fight. Oh my goodness. The E-Leader is actually popping off and actually getting some picks, forcing the Hydra to actually play on somewhat of a bad rotation. As a minute has passed, and yet no one has actually picked up Rainmaker to get a lead, or even, you know, try to, like, the map has gotten popped as they're able to essentially. Oh, Hammer gets popped out and gets punished. As now we see that, you know, Team Booyah now has Hammer, pushes in with the Hammer. Ooh, they trade, but hey, getting 2v1 is actually really good. As you know, now all that's left is essentially an E-Leader. The E-Leader gets 2 with that pick. E-Leader actually gets a crucial shot and gets 2 with that pick. As we see, Rainmaker now, Team Hydra now just has a free reset, and they're able to essentially push out, as you know, 1 player versus, like, you know, 4. The rest of the team is not going to be able to be enough. As we see, like, the team just quickly continue to play and continue to support. As team, you know, the E-Leader is able to put pressure there. As we see map control, now we see that Team Hydra essentially wants to push this on the right side of Fan. A very interesting approach that normally isn't, like, you know, utilized in Splatoon, and comes with a very, you know, dangerous cost. As we see right there, like, 1 person can just quickly pick off Rainmaker, and now Rainmaker's in a weird, awkward position where it's there, but pushing it's very weird, as you have to wait essentially for, you know, the spinner to actually stop rotating. As we see Abby, we see that Team Hydra is still able to take picks and still keep this control, as they still want to push it through. Actually, you know, they still want to push it through mid. As we see the Booyah Bomb and the Hammer come out, and oh, Team Hydra goes down right there. They actually slowly go down as the Hammer gets thrown, but nothing's being able to made of it. Sploosh has to quickly back off, and we see that Rainmaker gets reset, but at the moment, Team Hydra has a map control and has essentially control of the map. has control of lead, but Team Booyah Bomb seems to actually pop Rainmaker, seems to pop armor, I should say. They're able to keep some map control, but you know, it's just sploosh on Rainmaker. It's not the most, nothing else is done. As we see now that, you know, hey, Booyah Bomb's pop, it's put pressure. Abby goes down as Team Booyah essentially is able to get a pick. The pops Inkjet as now Hammer comes out, and it isn't enough as Hammer actually gets taken out by the Rainmaker itself. They're able to essentially push it. They're going to be pushing it close to 2. They're able to get it to down to 4 as this is a scrappy engagement, but you know, on the side of Team Hydra, they're able to quickly pop Rainmaker and push Rainmaker to the podium. That was very impressive. I was honestly surprised the E-Leader was able to hit that many shots. Those shots were really impressive that the E-Leader was able to hit, but I wondered why Team Hydra tried to push it on the right side on the fan. The fan, very much like a very bad place to push it. It's more of a joke place to push it. And it was very interesting to see them push Rainmaker in that direction, as Rainmaker is very difficult for them to push it. They were able to defend that place and like keep it going, but I feel like if those picks were on the left instead of the right, they would have been able to actually still push Rainmaker and possibly get it down to like 20 or even 10 or even, you know, who knows. I think that what actually hurt them was going to the right side and actually taking fan. We're gonna have game 4B, Mako Mart Splat Zones, and Team Booyah is actually now in a decisive lead of, I believe, 3-1. And you know, it's very impressive that they're actually able to just push it this far and still hold control. As I wonder, are they gonna essentially have a repeat of I want to say, are they gonna have a repeat of Splat Zone? Are they gonna have a repeat of Splat Zone's Scarecrow Pavilion, or is Team Hydra essentially gonna, you know, come up with a different comp, come up with a different idea, and essentially stop them, Team Booyah, from actually, you know, winning this and actually take the set all the way to like game 9? I wonder, because this is game 5 at the moment. So if Team Booyah wins this next match, they're going to be in point match. They're going to be in match point. So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. All right, let's see. We see the flings being used again, and Team Hydra also bust out again another E-Leader, and this time they're actually using double armor. Interesting, they're using the double armor comp. You see that both teams are essentially still taking this crappy engagement. They're still trying to fight as, oh, Team Hydra gets punished right there for pushing up, and now control of zone essentially goes into the favor of Team Hydra, of Team Booyah, I should say, and Team Booyah essentially just takes map control, and the E-Leader is able to put some shots in and quickly just keep control going, but it isn't actually enough, as we now see that, you know, the engagement is scrappy, but they're able to essentially put pressure here as Team Hydra is actually able to find 2 right there using the Tri-Slosher, and now they're going to be able to quickly, you know, switch control back into the favor of Team Hydra. You know, hey, double armor works. If double armor works, rock it. As now we have the E-Leader here on the you know, essentially plat, as it gets a pick. And that's one of the problems, is that without an E-Leader, it's very difficult for them to essentially push back in, as E-Leader is constantly a threat and constantly purveying, a long, it's constantly a pressure that the Team Booyah actually has to deal with because since they don't have a backline comp or an E-Leader of their own to deal with it. They have 10 missiles, but they're not using 10 missiles on Charger to relocate the Charger. They're able to quickly push back in with Booyah and 10 missiles. I believe they popped armor as well, and they're still holding on to the Inkjet. But now, you know, Team Hydra is essentially on this flank and might actually find a pick or 2, with the rain actually weakening their teammates. As Team Hydra sharks and quickly gets 1 pick, getting 2. Can they get 3? They get 3. They get the whole wipe. Team Hydra essentially played that really well. They allowed Team Booyah to come in, get control. They said, you can take zone. We don't care. We want to actually be in position to quickly wipe you. And so they essentially have, you know, 1 player in the back quickly able to get a pick, as the E-Leader essentially gets 1 to 2 picks, I believe, quickly right there, getting a snipe, as showing the power of the E-Leader and showing that without a backline, it's very difficult to actually deal with E-Leader. As you know, we see that the timer still goes down. 10 missiles get popped. Stingray's Charger's forced to retreat. We have, you know, the team still in the pressure as Booyah Bomb gets caught out, as Team Hydra actually loses a member there in the engagement, but they're still in a 3v4. They actually lose 2 right there, and now this engagement now turns into the E-Leader snipe, turning this quickly from a 4v3 into a 2v2. Now in the favor of Team Hydra, as Team Hydra has the faster respawn since they went down first. As now Team Hydra actually loses 1, so now it's a 4v3. Armor gets popped on the side of Team Booyah, but Team Booyah is going to be able to push out forward with this, as we now see, you know, Splash get a pick there, trading it out. And now, oh, but they trade, as this is a scrappy fight, constant trades going back and forth on both sides, both teams, as, oh, Team Hydra essentially uses the, you know, the Splash-O-Matic retreating as a distraction to quickly get a pick. They're able to switch zone, as now the penalty's put on Team Booyah. And they're able to essentially get some map control and get some pressure going, as Team Booyah Bomb essentially they have the Booyah Bomb, they're popping Booyah, they have the armor, they're gonna be able to pop armor and Booyah, they're gonna start pushing back in, as Team, you know, Hydra essentially gets no picks there, since they don't have any specials, they're not able to do anything there. Team Splash actually Team Hydra gets fully wiped there and forces the E-Leader to retreat. E-Leader now in a dire situation as they get pressured with the Tenta Missiles and the Inkjet, showing that it doesn't matter if we don't have a backline to actually deal with you, we're gonna still deal with you regardless, as we now see, whoa, as we see that Team Hydra essentially is able to get a pick there. They might be able to get 2. As they get 1, can they get the 52? They do get the 52. And now lead. Oh my God, this is a close game of 29-23. It could be anyone's game, ladies and gentlemen. As the match still goes, as Team, you know, Hydra essentially gets control, they're able to get a pick off. And this actually might be the, you know, the deciding factor on Team Booyah Bomb losing. As, you know, they're able to get 1 pick, they're able to push up, they're able to use this momentum to quickly still put pressure on the team. Team Booyah Bomb gets you know, called out. They pop armor, they're able to still put pressure, as, you know, the Tri-Slosher quickly goes in, gets 1, gets 2. Can they get 3? They're not able to get 3, but it doesn't matter, as essentially Team Hydra is able to keep control, as the 52, I mean not 52, the Junior still painting, as 52 now is able to actually pop Booyah Bomb. They're going to try and pop Booyah Bomb onto them. As they pop Booyah Bomb, they're able to get control, and essentially 52 is able to get 1 pick. They force the whatchamacallit, the Junior to fall back, as the 52 is chasing, and now there's actually turning into a 3v3 engagement. 20 seconds left on the clock. Can Team Hydra get back in, as they're able to essentially find a pick there? They're able to find 1. Can they find 2 to actually fully support the set? They get control, and they actually trade, and that might be actually what matters. Oh my God, the foil flings it going down there actually quite matter, as all now Team Hydra has to do is just quickly paint. As did they have a DC? Oh, they had a DC. Team Hydra had a DC at the last second when it possibly mattered. No. Now there's 15 seconds left, possibly 20 seconds left, as the Tri-Slosher has to quickly go back in, but it's difficult playing a 3v4. Oh, the actual engagement there. Oh, that sucks on the side of Team Hydra. If that DC didn't happen, Team Hydra possibly could have maintained control of zone and possibly won the game off of that, but that DC mattered so much. And because I believe that the DC happened, or past the halfway mark. I'm not sure Luti rules, but I'm pretty sure once it passes the halfway mark on a DC, it no longer, you can't call for a reset, you can't call for a rematch. That match goes to Team Booyah, and Team Booyah leads the set 4-1, 1 game away from actually taking the set home. Oh wow, Team Hydra brought their best and they almost defended it. But hey, we saw that still have to play 1 more match. Good views. They're probably substituting some players in. But we saw that Team Hydra tried their best to fully try to actually take zone, take control, and it seems like they're switching some players out as they want to bring their full A game, their full mentality comp into Clan Blitz. And let's see, can they actually bring it back? Can we get the reverse sweep on the side of Team Hydra, or will Team Booyah just essentially win the match, as now pressure's on Team Hydra? Team Hydra has to essentially win every match from here on forward, as if Team Booyah wins 1 match, that the set is theirs. As we go into Clan Blitz now. I accidentally stopped recording. We're going back into this. You can cut this part out. Sorry. But yes, we're going to continue playing the game, playing the match. We're going to see how far this game can Team Booyah essentially win the set. Can they keep it going? We now have possibly game match point. Team Booyah versus Team Hydra. As we see Team Hydra bring out the full aggressive comp. They brought out the brush. They're saying we're not playing any games here. We want full aggression here. And let's see what each team essentially brings to the match. Let's see what they each try to do and try to essentially win the game better. As we see, the scrappy engagement in the mid essentially still going on. as Team Booyah Bomb actually takes control of mid first, as Team Hydra essentially forced. Oh, Abby gets picked out there and punished, as now Team Hydra gets a pick, and it's now a 2v2, a 3v2. But Team Hydra is actually able to quickly retaliate and take that 3v1 and actually take a trade with them, and that's actually pretty valuable, as now map control is on the side of Team Hydra, on Team Booyah. But hey, Team Hydra is now fully regrouped. They're able to take the thing, and we see a nice reset of both zones, as now both teams are essentially going to be trying to fight this. Booyah Bomb gets pushed out there, as Team Hydra now loses a member. Team Booyah Bomb trying to actually push the mode, trying to push a clam, actually gets punished right there, as we've seen that Team Hydra tries to get a pick right there, but couldn't actually confirm it, as now map control fully goes in the side of Team Hydra. And we saw this similar to how it happened in Humpback, so I wonder, are we going to get a repeat of what happened previously, as now Team Hydra has map control, has control. Oh, Zero gets called out there, as now Team Booyah Bomb pops armor. They're able to push out there. They pop Booyah Bomb, actually forcing pressure onto actual the 52, punishing him, as now they are essentially get one pick, two picks, and now they're able to essentially throw two clams in, throwing two footballs in, throwing a couple clams in, taking the score all the way down to 39. And I wonder, do they have any more clams to actually push it? And it doesn't seem like they do, as now Team Hydra essentially comes back in, defends it really well, but Team Booyah is able to essentially get two picks right there, turning the match into a 2v2. And hey, you're able to trade if you're able to trade right there and get a pick while trading, go for it. That's really valuable, as it makes the push for Team Hydra getting back into mid a little bit difficult, as Team Booyah Bomb now has essentially controlled their plat. They're still able to push back in, but Team Hydra now has full map control. They essentially have one full clam. They have one full football, a couple of clams, totaling a total of 18 points. But I wonder, Team Booyah Bomb sees a player called out there and by themselves, and actually decides, hey, we're gonna push on the gas, and we're gonna take a pick there, as Team Hydra quickly trades right there, turning the engagement into from a 4v4 into a 3v3, as now we see the team still play in a 2v2 manner, and this is a scrappy fight, but everyone keeps trading one life for another, as hey, if this continues going for another 2 minutes, this favors Team Booyah Bomb, as Team Booyah has no issue trading, as hey, they're in the lead. They don't have to essentially push up when they don't need to, as 10 missiles get used there, pushing them out, as we see that it's a little bit harder for Team Hydra to push back in and actually punish and fully I want to say capitalize on the space that's being made with 10 missiles and Booyah, as any engagement they have trying to push forward is a little bit difficult. They throw the Booyah Bomb. They're able to get one pick. The baller was actually just a distraction. They jump to the baller. They're able to pop it, but it doesn't matter, as Team Hydra, the rest of Team Hydra goes down, as now Team Booyah Bomb, since they already had map control, they're essentially able to now push out freely into the opponent's base, taking that opportunity of a team wipe, essentially pushing back in. And now that they did that, they're now able to throw a clam, they're able to throw a football, essentially get control, and they're able to trade right there, one for one, as hey, they're able to they're actually able to escape really quickly with their life, as the heavy wasn't actually able to throw the clam in, the football in, turning the match basically to 9 points, making it really difficult, as hey, we've seen greater comebacks come down from clamblets. So hey, Team Hydra can still bring this back, as Team Booyah Bomb still has essentially some map control. Team Hydra is now pushing out more, getting some more map control, and it's very difficult for them to actually fully push up and take control of the opponent's plat and deny them the full space, as all they have to really do that with is a bomb. They have bomb rush from Splash, but they also have Booyah Bomb, but they're not, they pop Booyah Bomb and things like this, but not to any degree. They use it just to essentially put pressure, but there's no reason to it, as the rest of the team isn't pushing up with the Booyah Bomb, or they don't have a full football to really push in the chaos of the Booyah Bomb, as we see right here. Team Hydra is really struggling to push back in and to really get control, as we see the Booyah, the clam, the football actually come back in. The Booyah gets used. They're able to get a pick off, but football gets popped, but it doesn't matter, as Team Hydra is just the only one left alive, as Team Booyah lost the first match, but they're able to essentially bring it back, turning the series 5-1 and just winning. And yeah, we have another set of just 5-1, and guys, that has to be it. That is game, set, match. And honestly, it has been a pleasure commentating and spectating this entire, you know, set. If you guys enjoyed like this kind of top-down view, let me know in the comments. I am still trying to experiment, trying to see what is the best format for spectating players, so that's very useful for players to actually know what they did wrong, what they could do better. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I think if you want to support both teams Twitters will be in the description down below, so check them out. You know, check out all those players. And you know, hey, if you want to check out more ESPL, like, comment, subscribe, never miss another video of more Luti matches, as I want to make this a free resources for any team. And if you want your team's Luti set to be spectated, go on, join the Discord in the description and come and say, hey, I want my Luti set, you know, spectated. We have a whole scheduling room where you can just go in, tell us what time you want us to work with you, and we'll try and work with you to spectate the match. And it has been a pleasure. My name is Gabe. I have been your host for today's Luti ESPL Luti match set spectated, whatever you want to call it. You know, congrats to Team Booyah Bomb for winning the set. And yeah, GG's. I'm out.